Here's your Farm and Ranch report from the Montana Ag Network.
As we come back on this Tuesday afternoon to the noon news, looking to our Farm and Ranch headlines. In keeping with his promise to Montana ranchers, Senator Jon Tester will reintroduce bipartisan legislation to ease burdensome regulations on livestock haulers. Tester's bipartisan Transporting Livestock Across America Safely Act will change a DOT rule that requires drivers who haul livestock to adhere to strict time constraints monitored by the electronic logging devices. The bill would exclude livestock haulers from the new ELD requirements until a driver travels more than 300 air miles from their starting point, while also allowing them to complete their trip if they come in with 150 air miles of their destination, regardless of hours of service. The legislation is supported by multiple ag groups, including the Montana Stock Growers and the U.S. Cattlemen's Association. Also this week, the 2019 Montana Nutrition Conference and Livestock Forum was held in Bozeman, and I was able to catch up with a Montana State University Extension expert on some tips for cattle producers here this spring.
That grass tetany issue that could be coming up with that rapid forage growth in the pastures, you know, that rapid green up, if we get any sort of moisture here, which a lot of the state has been getting, maybe in the form of the white powdery stuff and not the actual rain we hope for. But definitely getting that high mag mineral out there early on, you know, 2 to 3 weeks at least before you turn out, especially if we're expecting that rapid green up. Another one that I've been hearing about lately here is a lot of coccidiosis issues, other just illness issues, scours especially as well. Just because, you know, it's been so wet. We've had all that snow melt and then we get a little bit more snow or some more rain and we're just keeping everything wet. So moving those cows and calves out to pasture as soon as you can.
Now, for more information on any of those issues, make sure and contact your local extension office today. We'll be back right after this. As we come back today, we see that higher limits are now available for borrowers interested in farm loans from the Department of Agriculture. USDA said the increase would help farmers purchase farms or cover operating expenses. The Farm Bill increased the amount that producers can borrow through direct and guaranteed loans through FSA. And it made changes to microloans and emergency loans as well. Key changes include increases in the direct operating loan limit from $300,000 to $400,000, and direct farm ownership loans increased from $300,000 to $600,000. For more information on all of these changes, contact your local FSA office today. And finally, we see that trade talks are underway between Japan and the U.S. again this week, as Representative of the Trade Office, Robert Lighthizer, is meeting with Japanese officials. Ag complaints are front and center ever since President Trump withdrew from the then called Trans-Pacific Partnership. The Trump administration is expected to push for similar concessions for U.S. ag as seen in the previous TPP. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, which replaced TPP, is backed away, of course, from U.S. policies when the U.S. withdrew from the agreement back in 2017. Japan will be seeking market access in return, which could include growing markets for specialty agriculture products from right here in Montana. And that will do it for our Farm and Ranch News. I'll send it back over to the news desk.